So today we're going to show you through how to make your own custom Green Army Man. Now, I say make because thanks to Just a Cool Guy 7, we have a free 3D model on Sketchfab, which we'll send a link below, which basically gets you 90% of the way there. But this will be a multi-part series and we'll show you exactly how to finalize the model so it's ready for 3D printing, how to pose it to the 3D printing process, and also the finishing process as well.
Recon plan, Charlie, execute. Let's move.
So we're gonna start off by downloading our 3D model. When you click download, you will see a few options. I recommend .fbx at the top because we're gonna bring this into Blender. If you're not familiar with Blender, it is a free open source 3D modeling software and it's fantastic for our needs. So we're going to hit download and then we're going to import that into Blender.
Yes, sir.
So we've got Blender open now. What we're going to do is we're just going to hit new file, general. We just want to get rid of everything else in our space so we've got a free 3D space. But we're assuming right now that you know the basic shortcuts. We will show you exactly what we're doing on the more advanced stuff as that can be more complex. But we're going to start off nice and simple. So first off, we want to bring in our 3D model. So we're going to drag and drop our model here from Sketchfab, import FBX, and you'll see right now that we've got our tiny weeny little Green Army Man. So we need to do a few things to sort this model out. First thing we need to do with our 3D model is, you'll see he's very tiny, which he should be, but once we import it into our slicer programs, he will be way too small. So we need to fix that. So the first thing we're going to do is scale him up to the right proportion. Now, we got a little cheat for this because we've already been making these Green Army Men ourselves, and we already have a pretty good scale reference. So what we're going to do, a little cheat, oh, go away. So we'll bring this little cheat here for ourselves. And we're going to import our 3D model, which is a little bit off-centered, but you can see the scale difference. If we were to print this off at the current scale, it would be just stupidly tiny. So let's bring our model along, and we're going to make sure that this is the correct scale, and then we can show you what is right on there. So let's just center this, bring this across. We want to get nice and teeny tiny back to our full model because this is going to ensure everything is properly scaled. Selecting everything, hitting S for scale, and we are bringing that up so we can zoom out a bit more. Still way too teeny tiny. Bring that even more. And then we can get him closer to our correct scale. So, the little thing I like to do, just drag him along there. And I would say that is pretty much spot on. So we've now got the scale correct according to our test models we've done. So that's 12.961 in Blender scale, and that should work for us nicely. We have a few things we need to do to this model before we print it. One of those, obviously, we want to pose it. So we're going to sort out what pose we want. Another thing is deciding on what kind of Green Army Man we want. Are we going with a parachute trooper, in which case we don't need to remove this, or if we go with a Green Army Man standard one, that will need to be removed. If it's Sarge, that will need to be removed. And if it's the medic, the rare medic that we see in Toy Story 1, not only does that need to be removed, but we need to add the insignia, the medic symbol on his helmet. For today, we're going to do Sarge with the binoculars. Once we've got his pose correct, we're also then going to do some cleanup on the model. We're going to remove that top piece on there and then show you the full cleanup process. Reason we need to do cleanup is because this is a game model, so it is built to be animated in a game. So there's things like his seam lines, which generally you might want to remove. We are going to attempt to thicken out the seam line to make it the right width so that it can be printed properly, because otherwise you will not get that seam line printing, because you can see it's not very thick at all. In fact, it's like paper thin, probably even less than paper thin. First of all, we want references. So I'm just going to switch. Let's get that green render on. I'm just going to temporarily hide his armature. And to get reference images, you can just have a second monitor if you want. I have a second monitor off to my left over here, but it's quite handy bringing in images into Blender, which we can easily do. So my downloads here, we've got a few select images. So the first image we want to bring in, which is our primary pose one, we're going to bring up and just keep it behind our model here, maybe shift over up here and just rotate it a little bit so it's a bit more easier to see. So we're going to do our Sarge pose where he's hiding in the plants, looking out at what presents Andy's been given. Unfortunately, we can only see half of Sarge here, so we're going to have to assume that Sarge is standing up normally, like these green army men in the back, as he's looking out through the plants. But we want to at least have some references to how Sarge stands, how a standard green army man stands. So let's bring that up with these next references. So we've got this full body, still low res-ish, but it gives us the reference we need to see how Sarge stands normally on his little green army man. I was going to say plaque, but that's not really plaque, is it? A little stand. So we've got his leg stance there. We can see how he's posed. We also want to bring in some more detail images. So I'm just going to bring up this one, which kind of shows him a little bit more to the side view as well. The more reference images you have, the better, really. You can't really have enough reference images. They can give you all the detail you need. So this is Sarge actually looking up. This is when I believe he's shocked seeing Buzz Lightyear. This just gives us a bit more detail because this is a low res image. We can see a bit more detail on him and the binocs on there for his face, so that's good. Now, one thing we're missing is the binoculars. So we have actually created our own model of the binoculars, and we've got two versions, and these are for free to download on our Patreon, so we'll import. We've got two versions of the binoculars. So we've got one with the seam, so you can see here when we zoom in, the seam actually has some thickness to it, which seems thick up close, but when you actually get out to considering how miniature he'll be, it should hopefully look more like that. But if you do not want the seam, for example, there is a shot we saw, you can kind of see in there the seam seems to disappear, or if you just want a cleaner look on the binoculars, then you are also able to download the standard binocs without the seam. So we can import those, hide our seam version, and you can see you've got a clean version there. But we're going to go with the seam version. I also just want to give it a little bit of color. This makes no difference to our actual final model. It's not going to print in this color. It's just for me because I've got OCD and I like things to look how they'll look in the final result. So that concludes our first episode, giving you all the basics on how we at least prep ourselves ready for 3D designing, 3D modeling. Obviously, when we're 3D designing something, we obviously bring in reference material straight from the very beginning, because that's what we need to model. But on the next episode, we will actually walk through how to do the posing process and everything that goes on with that. And then obviously we'll continue walking through each episode, which will take you through every single step, creating your very own green army men. We do want to do this as well for a lot of our other replicas. We want to try and make things more accessible for people. So if you'd like to see more of these, please do continue supporting us. This helps a lot, especially when we're making our own replica models. And we look forward to seeing you in the next episode.